Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh here with a deck update for my Skill Drain Hero Light Beat deck. Because obviously we're down to 2 E-Call and 2 Duality. I only ran 2 E-Call, but Duality hurts, and I updated some stuff for the new meta, which is mostly theory. I haven't tested this extensively, but so far I think it will be good. But anyway, I'll get started. So we have 3 Neos Alias and Stratos. Obviously, I upped it to 3 Thunder King Ryo, because we have Prophecy, Gear Gaia, Gadgets, lots of Ixies-based decks, and with lots of hand searching. So I think Ryo is going to be very good next format, both for the negation and the search control. So I upped this to 3 Ryo. I still use 2 Barbaros along with my 2 Skill Drain just for a beater. Crusader of Endymion. This is what I replaced the missing Duality with, because I've been wanting to test this card for a long time, just to help me get rid of dead Gemini Sparks. And it's another way to summon Shining, but I haven't had the space for it. So this is what I replaced the missing Duality with. So I'm still testing that. Obviously, I don't know if it'll stay, but I want to try it out. 2 Valor, because I have the 2 Skill Drain. I think 3 Valor would be too many. Rhoda, 2 E-Call. This doesn't hurt me at all because I only ever ran 2, and most Light Beat Skill Drain decks didn't run any more than 2 E-Call just because it was dead and they didn't run that many heroes. Like Bubble Beat runs 3 additional heroes off of what we do. 2 Duality. This hurts our consistency a little bit, but I'm not terribly worried about it yet. I think the deck will still do fine. 3 Gemini Spark. A lot of people, including some people at my locals, say you should only run 2 of these because it can be dead, but it's just such a good card. It's part of what gives heroes a lot of their power. I think this should be ran at 3, and most players agree with me on that. 3 Miracle Fusion. Obviously, I'm playing Light Beat Skill Drain, so I'm not really focused on the Ixies so much, so I run 3 Miracle Fusion, because I'm focused on the fusions for my win condition. Super Poly with ChardarYuGiOh. Super Poly can get rid of any monster now, and I think with Dark Worlds are probably going to be very good next format. And basically, I need all the removal I can get against that deck and most decks out there. So I think Super Poly, I think it's worth putting Super Poly back into the main. I'm still only maining 1 because it is a -1, and I don't really like that, but I'm still only going to main 1 of that. Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, 1 MST. I haven't seen what the meta is like, but personal preference, I don't really like multiple MSTs, especially not something like 3 of them, so I'm going to start out with 1 of those. Book of Moon, Hero Blast. I'm still only running 1 Hero Blast, just because it can be dead also, but it's a very powerful card. It's a very useful card. I definitely recommend running at least 1 of these. Personal preference. I don't like running more than 1. 2 Skill Drain. 3 was just too many, and it just didn't work. I might cut it to 1. I might cut it out completely. I might bump it to 3. It all depends on what the meta shapes up like, but I'm going to start out with 2. D-Prison, 2 Torrential, 2 Bottomless. Those are my stun traps, basically, and then my 2 Warnings and my Judgment. So it's a very back row heavy deck, but it's a very good control deck. Extra deck, I use 3 Elemental Hero the Shining. This is my main beater, most of my win condition. For Super Poly targets, I use Nova Master, Absolute Zero, Gaia, Great Tornado. Notice, aside from Shining, Great Tornado and Gaia are the only ones I can actually make with Miracle Fusion, but that's highly situational. And Elemental Hero ChardarYuGiOh makes Super Poly be able to get rid of anything. And this is a tech, I'm probably going to drop this as a tech for the local meta, which just lets Super Poly give me an out to Dragon Synchros, and it gets me a really powerful monster in the field, so it's pretty good. Ixies monsters, Utopia, Mindstroke, Blade Armor, Gemini Pearl, Photon Pillar Operative, and Utopia Ray. You'll notice I don't run Excalibur yet, but that's only because I don't own an Excalibur. I will be finding a way to fit that in. Photon Pillar Operative is just an out to stuff like Spirit Reaper, Marshmallow. It's kind of a situational card, but I'm very glad that I run this. It helps me out quite a bit. I might drop Gemini Pearl for the Excalibur. I might drop the Equist. I might drop my third Shining. I don't know yet. I'll listen to suggestions on what you guys think I should drop. Side deck, I have 2 DD Crow. This is a very good general side card. Helps me out against Inzectors, which aren't expected to be meta, and Dark World, which definitely are. I've updated a lot of my side deck to hate on Dark World, just because I expect that that's already a rough matchup, and I expect that to become a very popular deck. 2 Max C for any special summon heavy deck. Snowman Eater, almost a side deck staple now. The other 2 MST, just in case I go up against really back row heavy decks or something I really need to get rid of. Roll the Creep hurts this deck quite a bit. Setting it Super Poly, I said this thing against Rabbit and Evols, just give me a good out to Lagia. And if Herald of Perfection agents take off, like a lot of people are saying, that'll be a very good thing to have. I upped it to 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, just more Dark World hate, and generally any dark deck, but with this, I can generally control Dark Worlds pretty well. 2 Doom Caliber Knight, this card is absolutely amazing. I don't get when more people don't side this in basically everything. It's hard to use, but with all the monster effects around, this card is just fantastic. I wouldn't have believed it before I tested it myself, but I would definitely recommend testing out Doom Caliber Knight. And a 2nd D Prison for Dark Worlds and just any deck that I need to banish stuff I can't destroy. So, that is my deck, side deck and extra deck. If anyone has any comments on that, or what you think of it, or what you think I should try, what do you think is bad in this, just, that's fine. I'd like to know, so just let me know, and peace out, YouTube.